guys, welcome to my channel. So if this is your first time stopping by, it's so great to see you. I hope that you guys really enjoyed today's video. So today I filmed a mauve berry cut crease with a matching lip. This look was so fun to film and was sort of kind of outside of my normal skill set. So if you guys are not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and hit the subscribe button now so that you can get all the notifications for when I have future content. And if you are interested in how I achieve this look, then keep on watching. Just getting warmed up with my morning coffee. So taking our Origins Matte Moisturizer, I'm going to apply that generously to the face. Here I'm just taking my Maybelline Fit Me Concealer in the shade Light and applying it to a few areas of my face where I have some blemishes. So now I'm going to take my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte and Pro Glow foundation in the shades 107 and 208 and warm this up in the back of my hand. So I like to do about half and half of each shade and then mix the shade together before applying to my face. So the reason that I mix each shade isn't really for shade or color. It's more for texture and shine. So I don't like an overly matte foundation, but I also don't like an overly dewy foundation. And here in this scene, you'll see that this moisturizer, this Origins Matte Moisturizer, really mattifies the face. So if you have oily skin, this moisturizer is for you. But I do like that it is a moisturizer that is mattifying. So for the sake of time, I've applied my eyebrows off camera and linked that video below. Here I'm just taking the same Fit Me concealer that we used earlier and applying a little bit to my eyes just to create a nice even base for my eyeshadow. Using a little bit of Laura Mercier translucent powder, I'm just going to set that concealer in place. Moving on to shadow, I'm going to take the Huda Beauty palette and take the shade Sandalwood and apply that to my crease using a fluffy blender brush. With this shade, I'm just really creating a transition area for the darker shadow that's going to be applied later. Moving on, now I'm going to take the shade Cocoa and use a more defined blending brush and really apply that to the crease. Here I'm just really aiming to deepen the socket of my eyelid and intensify the crease. Because I have a hooded eye, I really have to focus on deepening and searching for my socket without making the look overly diffused. Here you'll see that I'm pulling the color upward just a bit because I want the color to be able to peek through once I apply this concealer to my lid. So I'm really taking my time here to make sure that the color is nice and even and gradient. Now for the fun part. So here I'm going to take the same Fit Me concealer that we used earlier to apply to my lid. So here you're going to want to use a very precise and defined eyeshadow or concealer brush to really carve out the lid. The best advice I can give you is to not look up during this step, and you'll see later that I do that and you'll see why. But really take your time and make sure that you have as clean of a line as possible. This is the most challenging part to this look, but it is also really fun. And now you see why. So here you'll see that I'm going to clean up the area that just smudged onto my lid. And this is really difficult when you have a hooded eye. So you kind of want to over exaggerate your lid space just a bit. And that's just going to make for a more bold and a larger surface area for your color later. Picking up the shade Bay, you're going to set your concealer in place by using a flat eyeshadow brush and packing the pigment to the lid. Now with the shade Fling, I'm going to use a similar flat eyeshadow brush and apply that to the center of my eyelid and work my way outward. Also, I want to be really careful with this step and make sure that you're not going outside of the line that you've already created with your concealer. Think of it as a coloring book. Stay as inside as the line as possible. That way you have a nice, precise, clean line. And with this step, you don't have to focus so much on the outer corner of the eye because your next color is going to kind of build on top of that. So if that area isn't quite so perfect, that's okay. Really focus on the inner corner and the middle portion of the eye. Now for my favorite color of this look, I'm going to pick up the shade Bossy and apply that to the outer corner of the eye. This is just going to smoke out the outer corner and make this look a little bit more dramatic. Like I said before, the outer area didn't have to be quite so perfect in that we're covering it up now. And then to intensify the color and not lose that pigment in the middle, go ahead and pack on more of the Fling shade as needed. As always, no look is complete without smoking out the water lash line. So here we're going to pick up the shade Bossy, just as we did up top, and apply that to the lower waterline and really drag it down a bit. If it gets a little messy, that's okay. You can clean it up with the concealer step here. Using the same concealer from earlier, the Maybelline Fit Me in the shade Light, we're going to hit the high points of our face, which is going to be the under eye, a little bit under my nose, my chin, and the middle of my forehead. Now using a damp beauty blender, as always, we're going to blend that out and make sure that there aren't any harsh lines. This is the time that you can go ahead and clean up the waterline that may have got a little bit out of control earlier. So here I decided I'm going to make it real interesting. I decided to contour my nose for the first time on camera, and I actually really like the way that it turned out. So I just applied a little bit of concealer to the bridge of my nose and used my damp beauty blender as scrunched up as possible to blend out the harsh line. And surprise, surprise, I'm going to take my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder and apply this to all of the points of my face where we've already applied our concealer. This is just going to further set that concealer into place, make sure that later we have no shine and that that concealer does not move. Now using just a fluffy foundation brush, I'm going to sweep away all of the excess powder that is left on the face. To go ahead and add some dimension back to my face, I'm going to take the second to darkest shade from my Anastasia Beverly Hills medium to tan contour kit and bronze up and warm up the tops of my forehead, a little bit of my temples, and again my cheekbones. I decided today that I was going to go ahead and contour my nose. Here you're going to see I'm going to take a really fluffy pointer eyeshadow brush and just apply some dimension to the sides of my nose. You don't want a super harsh line, and I repeat, you do not want a super harsh line here. You really want to make sure that the color that you're using is with a light hand and that you are blending, blending, and blending. So picking up the shade 05 and the Lancome highlight, I'm just going to apply some highlighter to the bridge of my nose, my cupid's bow, tops of my cheeks, and my temple area. Switching to a bullet eyeshadow brush, I'm going to apply highlight into the inner corner of my eyes and also hit my brow bone. Sparing you the ugly face, I went ahead and applied my lashes and eyeliner off camera. With my Tarte Amazonian Clay blush in the shade Exposed, I'm going to hit the apples of my cheeks using a small fluffy kabuki blush brush. And finally, I'm going to take my YSL 2017 limited edition lipstick in the shade Prune Avenue, it's just the cutest name, and apply to my lips. This lip is super hydrating and oh my god, so comfortable to wear. Alright guys, so this is the final look. I hope that you guys really enjoyed this video and enjoyed it as much as I did. This look was super fun to create and like I said, really tested my skill set. And this was the first time I've ever done a cut crease. It definitely won't be the last time you'll see it on my channel. I hope that you guys really enjoyed the video and liked the way that the look turned out. If you liked it so much that you recreate it, please tag me on Instagram so that I can see it. It'd be super fun to take a look at what you guys did. So if you like this video, guys, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed to my channel, then hit the subscribe button below so that you can get future notifications for content on my channel. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I hope to see you again. If you are not subscribed to my channel,